Hey guys, my name is Simpzy. How are you all doing? Welcome back to some more Football Manager 2019. Here today we start Season 1, Episode 5 of my Real Madrid career. Here today we have El Clasico first up. So, if you like the sound of that and want to support Football Manager on the channel, feel free to leave the video a like, subscribe if you're new around here with notifications on. Let me know in the comments, tactics, suggestions, and players you would like me to sign. Also, got to say a huge thank you to Sports Interactive for providing me with the code of Football Manager and making this Let's Play possible. Okay guys, so we have El Clasico upon us here today. We're currently sitting in first of La Liga with 18 games played on 50 points. We are currently undefeated. Now I think it's actually quite close at the top. Barcelona are heavily chasing us here today. They've played 15, drawn 2 and lost 1. So we are still currently undefeated, but they are right behind us here. We need to win here today to sort of cement our authority at the top of the table. Real Sociedad are in third, surprisingly. Where did they finish last year? For my own curiosity. Oh, wow, they finished in 13th. They're having a hell of a season with Illa Merendi, or whatever his name is, and Adnan Januzaj. Okay. Valencia's in 4th. Atletico's in 6th. Espanyol's in 12th. Villarreal and Athletic Bilbao sort of bottom towards the pack there. Gareth Bale is our top goal scorer on 23 goals and our highest average rating player, up with the assists. Casemiro with the pass completions, and Gareth Bale is up there for the most man of the match awards for Real Madrid. Jovic is not too far behind as well. Some of our La Liga stats: we are the top goal scoring team, with a third in conceding goals, which is not very good. We should be nearly the first if we were really looking for it. So, in the last episode, guys, if you haven't gone and watched it, highly recommend you do. We managed to beat Barcelona 3-2 in the Copa del Rey. We went and managed to beat Real 3-0 there in La Liga. And we also went and drew 1-1 against Barcelona in the Copa del Rey. Because we managed to beat them 3-2, we were able to progress to the semis now, which we face Atletico Madrid. We've still got the Man City legs to deal with in February, and then later on in March. Rightio then, without further ado, let's get stuck into the fixture. So looking at the injuries here, Barcelona have Philippe Coutinho out, Arthur and Longley. Arthur and Longley have been really injury prone for Barca this year. We're going away to the Camp Nou, by the way. We've got 3 players out: Vázquez, Dani Carvajal and Thiago Maia. So let's quickly go. I'll show you the competitions if you're curious at some of the team stats. Diego Costa is the top goal scorer, but Gareth Bale, Hazard and Jovic have 30 goals between them, which is fantastic. We're still playing our 4-3-3. The board is still really quite happy with me. They're really happy with my 6-0 win over Osasuna. Transfer-wise, even though it's the 26th of January, we've had no transfers coming in. We've spent 250 million. 150 million was done by the Zidane board, the Zidane sort of legacy. And we, of course, only spent about 50 million from Nacho. So I've still got a decent amount of money, 55 in the bank. I still haven't decided whether or not to spend it just yet. I might sort of just go a bit crazy towards the end of the window. We'll sort of just see. Okay, so we're going to be playing a 4-3-3 as always. Jovic leading the line, Hazard on the left, Bale on the right, Modric, Casemiro, Kroos in the midfield, Marcelo, Ramos, Varane, and Courtois. Unfortunately, Dani Carvajal has picked up an injury. He's picked up a 2 to 4 weeks, so we're going to have to allow someone else to sort of step up for the next month. I'm going to go with Zola. He's played 12 games this season. He's getting at 7.8. He's actually had a really good season, Zola. So we'll bring on Zola for the main position now to really replace Carvajal. And him and Bale have already played a lot this season and got a really, really good partnership. They're on the same wavelength. So in doing so, we need another right back to replace that position there. So we'll bring on Eder here for now. So on the bench, we've got Benzema, Asensio, Isco, Sangri, and we've also got Eder and Mendy here for now. Unfortunately, who's not making the substitution is James, Kamara, should I do... How is the sort of... Gareth Bale probably needs a rest. So then I could bring on... because Hazard's actually probably right. I'm probably actually better off... Vázquez is injured. I really like a right-sided player a little bit. We'll leave on Asensio because Isco can play there for now. Right, that's all right. We'll leave it at that then, and let's get stuck into El Clasico. This is massive. This is make or break. This will decide our season. So he lacks match sharpness. What about Eder? Oh, Eder's actually a lot more sharp in this, but he hasn't had the best sort of season. I might rotate Eder a little bit later on. But this is El Clasico. We can't afford for them to... That's the thing. I've only played Eder 5 times off the bench. He's only had 1 start and he's only got a 6.7, but he's actually more up for this match probably than Zola, who's been playing statistically better. I'm gonna take a risk. I'm gonna change my mind. I'm gonna go with Eder, and we'll allow him to just still be that automatic wing back and fill that role. But yeah, hopefully he rises up. I quite like the signing of Eder here. He's £13 million, a 21-year-old Brazilian. He can actually go a lot more centrally. He's actually more sort of a defensive player here. Marcelo allowing him to go forward because I usually am a little bit ambitious in this Real Madrid series. I have 2 attacking fullbacks instead of having the traditional sort of 1 defense, 1 attack. So we'll allow Eder to bomb on. Okay, so we're facing Barcelona here, who are fielding a 4-3-3. Suarez leading the line, Griezmann and Messi. No Ousmane Dembele, who plays really well against me. So we've got Roberto, Rakitic, Busquets, a weakened midfield. We can definitely do something there. Umtiti, Piqué's come back from his injury, and Siemdu, and they have Miranda as the left back. Okay, so no Jordi Alba. Juan Miranda, 19 years of age, Spaniard wingback. Barcelona B. Okay, we might be able to expose him down that other side. Here's hoping. So, kickoff is about to be underway. Barcelona start off with the kickoff. Okay, so how is everyone going? Messi's a little bit exhausted, same with Rakitic. Okay, not really much is going on. 7 minutes have been played. We should encourage more direct passing. I think that's 5. Griezmann gets a shot. Rafael Varane gets the shot off target. We've had 3 shots early on to Barcelona's 1 shot and 1 on target. So at the moment, Barcelona slightly have possession, but realistically, it's about a 50-50. My team is looking a little bit exhausted out there, but we should be able to push on. 25 minutes now. Pretty quiet match. Roberto gets a shot off just before the 27th, and it's saved. 32 minutes here now. Both sides going at it, a little bit dogged. Eder finds Jovic. Bale, Toni Kroos finds Marcelo at the back. Crosses the flank to Mida. The 2 Brazilians combine, and it's Eden Hazard with the header. And we get our first real highlight of El Clasico. 0-0 at the Camp Nou still. Okay, looks like we're frustrating their defense, which is good. We're fired up. We're ready to go. Messi, a free kick in a dangerous area. And he should have converted from that. It's half-time now. And what is going on with Barcelona? Losing, struggling, yeah. So we're getting the ascendancy for this match by the look of it. So we'll start the second half now. We'll give everyone a bit of a breather. We'll go in now and we'll pause after halftime just to sort of reflect on the squad. So we'll give it just a little bit longer. We'll give it 5 minutes before we make some major rotations. Gareth Bale has made a lot of mistakes today. He's exhausted. That's mostly what's to do with that. So I think it's probably time to make some substitutions for my players. Okay, so Gareth Bale here hasn't had the most amazing match. He's had an amazing season, though, so this is a bit of an outlier for him. But he's got a 6.7. I'm going to bring him off. I'm going to bring on Isco for now. We've still got 50 minutes of this match. Bringing on Isco on that left-hand side should allow him to sort of push on a bit. I'm going to allow him to be a bit more of an attacking sort of playmaker there to sort of change things up a bit on that right-hand side. Actually, no, I probably shouldn't specifically change it. I want to just keep him... I want him to do the exact same thing Gareth Bale has been doing this entire match. Okay, so Ramos is a little bit exhausted. Marcelo, Tony, I think I'll leave Kroos and Modric just on for a little bit longer because we are at the end of the day playing 4 minutes. So every risk and sort of minute you can hold on. If we can get to 55, we'll probably bring off Modric now then. Okay, so we've got a couple of options here. We can bring off Modric or Toni Kroos. I think Toni Kroos is a little bit more central, and he sort of sits back a little bit more, seeing Modric, I allow him to be more attacking. So for now, I'm going to bring on Ibrahim Sangri, who's had a pretty good season, the young Ivorian, so we'll go and bring him on now for Luka Modric, and we'll change him to allow to be a little bit more central sort of support. I don't particularly want him to be in attack, I just want him to sort of be a lot more central in support here for now with everyone else, just to give us that midfield consistency. Okay, so overall, Toni Kroos probably needs to come off as well, even though Ramos looks a bit exhausted there. Same with Marcelo. We might be better off to bring off Mendy and then like Isco. My midfield is exhausted against Barca, so we'll leave it at that for now, and we'll see how the team sort of bombs on from now. 60 minutes have been played now. Marcelo, Toni, 65. I'm just trying to think, should I bring on Mendy, or should I try and restructure my midfield again? Okay, Marcelo's 67, and Ramos there. We don't actually have a proper centre-back. What I'm going to do is I'm going to bring on Mendy for Marcelo, and this will be my last substitution. We'll allow him to take up that role. It will allow some attacking fluidity to Hazard, but we'll see how we go. But it looks like this match could end up being a bit of a dead rubber. 66 minutes have been played. It is 0-0 against Barcelona. Vidal's now coming on. And Mendy for Marcelo. Isco now finds Toni Kroos. It's a poor pass. Vidal intercepts. Isco now finds Jovic. Oh, it's a shot on target. And Barcelona clear. 9 shots to 3 on target. 8 to 3. We're still really going to try and win this match. Still 0-0. Barcelona now on the ascendancy. Depending on how this highlight ends, we might need to ease things off here now, because we just can't seem to break down Barcelona. No! Ousmane Dembele, fresh off the bench. I mentioned how he always tends to score against me. Ousmane Dembele on the chest, cool, calm and collected, bombs it past Courtois. And Juan Miranda, who I said we probably could try and expose, and yeah, go for it. He's actually gone in, the young lad. Ousmane! Real Madrid, by the smallest of margins, get that one clear. A corner kick now from Ousmane. Can Barcelona make it 2-0? Close it down. Close it down. Good on you, Casemiro. It's going to be a throw-in for Barcelona. CM do. Sergi Busquets brings it back to central midfield. Sergi Roberto, the box-to-box, brings it back to the defence. Come on, we need a bomb on here. Go ultra-attacking. We're already 1-0 down. Just fucking go for it. 4 minutes remaining. Push for it, lads. That's it. She's all over, Red Rover. A 1-0 defeat at Barcelona here from Ousmane Dembele. Damn, man. Eder had a poor match. It's a shame. So let's continue on now. And Barcelona now go atop of La Liga. We lose our top spot, and we have officially lost our unbeaten run. We've lost our first match in La Liga. To be fair, it was kind of crazy that within 19 matches we were undefeated. But now we draw with Barcelona at the top of the table, 50 points apiece. We do have the goal difference on them. So we've had our first loss in La Liga against Barcelona. It's only 1-0, which is disappointing. So looking at that match, I really probably should have played Zola instead of Eder. He hasn't played very well this match, even though he was a bit knackered. Zola is lacking match sharpness. We were probably better off to bring him in instead of Eder for that match. But hey, you live and learn. It was only a 1-0 defeat, so it's not the end of the world. We still face, I am sure, Barcelona. Yes, we face them again in La Liga at home, so we're going to be able to rectify this 1-0 result. And hopefully, between now and then, they probably can pick up some losses or draws against the other sides. So I'll see you guys in a second, once I skip ahead. Okay guys, welcome to the second match of today's episode. We play Atletico Madrid in the Madrid derby in the Copa del Rey. It's the 30th of January 2019. We need to rectify that 1-0 loss to Barcelona. Alright, let's get stuck into this match into the Copa del Rey. Now, I have had some transfer negotiations. Trying to basically be a little bit silly, spend this 55 million. We've got it sitting here, we might as well spend it. I'm probably only going to do one season with Real Madrid anyway, and I've been quite conservative earlier on. Like, the best thing to do with this 50 million is probably to buy 3 players, youngsters for the future, but I want to sort of bring in a player for the now. We need goals. There were a couple of options. I wanted to bring in Riyad Mahrez, even though he's transfer listed. Man City are really pricing him out of this deal, and I've looked around for strikers, the likes of Lacazette, Milik. He's had a really good season, scoring 9 and a 7.3, but it looks like Timo Werner will be joining Real Madrid. He's 22 years of age, he's currently evaluated at 27 million, and it looks like that Red Bull Leipzig have accepted our 53 million pounds, and it's going to go through. So for 53 million pounds, we're essentially going to be bringing in a 22-year-old German who is going to be replacing Benzema, because up front we've been heavily relying on Luka Jovic this season, 13 goals, 4 assists, and Benzema, he's 31 years of age now. We really do need to look for a replacement for him, and we might as well go with Timo Werner, bringing the German giant down here, because Luka Jovic was from Eintracht Frankfurt as well. Maybe we need to pick up another sort of Bundesliga player. We'll just sort of have to see. Okay, let's have a look at the competitions. Okay, so we're in the semi-finals of the Copa del Rey. Eibar and Sevilla. If we can beat Atletico Madrid, we'll make it to an easy final, but that's easier said than done. So, looking at our fixtures, we've got to face them away from home at the Wanda now, and then we've got to face them at home as well. There's 2 legs, and then we've got Man City. We've got some Champions League episodes coming up. Alright, let's have a look at the squad and see what we're working with. So, João Felix is out for them, and Nicola as well. Gareth Bale is suspended, and we got 3 players out. Vinicius, Carvajal, Thiago Maia. He's been really injury prone this season, Thiago Maia. I would have loved to play him a lot more. It started off, I played him a fair bit, but Sangri has been a lot more consistent. Okay, so Gareth Bale is suspended, unfortunately. So we've got a couple of options here. We can bring on Asensio, Isco. I would like to bring on Vasquez, but he's been injury prone as well this season. For now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to play Isco. I'm going to play him on that other side there, and what I will do is Vinicius is injured as well, isn't he? We're a little bit injury prone here at the back. For now, I might need to just bring on Kamara if we do need it, if he definitely needs to play. So we're playing our 4-3-3. Unfortunately, Dani Carvajal is still out with an injury, so we're going to have to play Zola as our right back. So Jovic is leading the line, Hazard, Isco on the left and right, Modric, Casemiro, Cruz, Marcelo, Ramos, Varane, Zola and Courtois in goal. Let's get stuck into the Copa del Rey now, shall we? I'm going to play Zola, even though his match sharpness isn't the best, because Eder didn't have a very good match against Barca. So, Atletico Madrid are playing a strong 4-4-2. Morata and Diego Costa leading the line. That is such a venomous front line. Lamar, Koke, Hector Herrera, Sol, Savic, Jose Jimenez, and Oblak in goal. Alright, let's get stuck into Diego Simeone's Atletico Madrid. Varane trying to build something up here. It's currently pissing down with rain in Spain, so especially with these 2 attacking sides going at it, there should be a lot of goals here today. That's what I'm sort of predicting. Casemiro wins it back. Jovic, Hazard, Zola. Oh my god, that's a sensational pass. How is Zola not match fit? There's no way Eder is doing that. Hazard building up the play, flicks it over to the right. Zola fires it on the volley. It's Eden Hazard with the lineup, and it's 1-0 just before the 5th minute there. 4 minutes in, Real Madrid, Los Blancos, go up against Diego Simeone's Atletico Madrid. That's fantastic. Toni Kroos is looking composed, but a little bit knackered out there. So we've got the 1-0 goal, 1-0 up, which is really, really good away from home as well. So hopefully we can sort of keep it up. Lamar, we've been fortunate with our free kicks this season. Overall, I don't know if Courtois had like an amazing season. Like, a lot of players have performed really well and consistently above their potential. I don't know if Courtois necessarily has. Sol trying to build it up here. Hector Herrera, the newly signed man. Diego Costa puts it well over the bar, but getting into that dangerous position. We probably should try and close it down if that comes up. Marcelo intercepts there, but he's heavily exposed. The defense, it's a good defensive display. A really nice time tackled by the captain, Sergio Ramos. Diego Costa getting a shot blocked here now. We're currently 2 shots to 1 on target to Atletico's 8-3. Oh, I thought we might have got something there. It's going to be another corner kick though. Toni Kroos and Hector Herrera counters. Oh my god. Funnily enough, we probably need someone like Morata in our forward line, to be perfectly honest. One goal up here. So I would have liked to maybe get Timo Werner in or get in another striker before this. The deadline, even though it's the 30th of January, the deadline doesn't end until... I don't know when it ends in La Liga. We've still got a couple days in February to get it over the line anyway. We can always apply for an extension if need be. Luka Jovic! Oh! Threw on goal there, trying to dink Oblak, but it wasn't to be. Toni Kroos looks a little bit exhausted out there, but it looks like we've made it to half-time now with a 1-goal lead. We're struggling to maintain possession. We've lost possession, recover, struggle. So both sides are actually going back and forth into the possession. We technically have more. Hardly conceding any free kicks and promising errors. Hector Herrera and Sergio Ramos. Morata's not really living up to this match, and Marcelo isn't playing the best for us. Okay, so we'll give it 5 minutes. And then we'll probably have to make some early rotations. Morata, Sol, Atletico Madrid out from the gate, but Marcelo bombs it out there for Madrid. We might need to bring off Toni Kroos. That's what I'm sort of thinking for this match. Okay, so we'll bring off Toni Kroos, I think, and we'll bring on Sangri. Let's do that then and allow you to play... Yeah, deep lying support. Just essentially just stay in that role there. Okay, so who else could potentially come off in the future? Maybe Ramos a little bit later on for Kamara. That could be a potential option. And maybe Marcelo if he sort of burns out a little bit for Mendy. But for now, we'll bring on Ibrahim Sangri for Toni Kroos. We'll bring on the young Ivorian who's had a really good season. He's a central midfielder. I kind of like to model him after Paul Pogba. He's nice, he's strong, he's tall, he's athletic. And hopefully in the future he can sort of lead this team. Ramos there receives the ball from a good header. Sangri puts it over the top. It's a poor ball there, trying to find Isco. We do lack Gareth Bale in this match, so we have a little bit of... Oh no, Morata's going to score there, yeah. We've been a little bit toothless there in the final third, but Atletico Madrid bring one back. It's 1-1. Alvaro Morata scores his 12th goal of the season, but makes it 1-1 here in the Copa del Rey. Man, you don't want to be conceding that type of goal that late. Marcelo there. It's currently 1-1. We're having a little bit of a inconsistency run of form with the loss against Barca. So we've gone on a loss, 1-0. It's sort of seeped into a couple of our other fixtures, which is a bit of a shame. Okay, should I make any more substitutions? That's what I'm just trying to think for now, because it was 65 minutes in. Okay, we've got a couple of options here. 65 minutes have been played. Marcelo could probably last a little bit longer, but I'm going to bring on Mendy for now. We could do something a little bit different and maybe bring on Benzema for Luka Jovic. We've also got Asensio here as well, and we have Kamara to maybe replace Ramos. That's the only thing. It's basically this. Do I bring on another defender because Ramos is getting a little bit exhausted out there? Or do I bring on someone like Benzema and try and go for the goal? 1-1 is not too bad. If we do lose, it's going to make it more difficult at home. But if we can we've gotten the away goal. That's the main sort of thing. So I want to try and win this though. We need a win. Let's bring on Benzema. We'll switch him. We'll keep him as poacher. We'll keep him as Jovic's role. So I could have been a little bit more safe bringing on a centre back, but I'm going to take a risk. I'm going to take a punt. You got to risk it for the brisket. As my American friends say. Right, so 1-1, 72nd minute here. Karim Benzema and Mendy come on. So a little bit more attacking than rather than being a little bit safe, bringing like the likes of Kamara. 80 minutes have been played now. 6-4. They're doing a triple substitution here. Vitolo and Correa come on for Atletico Madrid. Modric. Isco. Will there be a late goal for Madrid? Oh no, it's up the other end. Morata. Morata on the counter-attack. Gets an amazing ball here in. Maybe Kamara might have had his legs back. To be fair, Ramos is actually here. It was one of my defenders there that sort of conceded that. Not good whatsoever. Well, everyone just go for it now. We're already 1-0 down. Just fucking bomb forward. We might get a lucky late goal here. Madrid! Oh, Varane. I was being too ambitious. And Kieran Trippier comes on now for the last 4 minutes. Atletico trying to make it 3-1 now. And that's it. The full-time whistle has blown. We've lost here today in the Copa del Rey in the first leg. 2-1. This is a shameful display of results. I just feel more disappointed in myself because we've started off so well this season. Like, we were undefeated for the majority of it. And now we've gone on a 1-0 loss and a 2-1, but that's just how Football Manager is sometimes, I guess. We're missing our top goal scorer, Gareth Bale, our highest average rating as well, so we were a little bit toothless there without him. Now we still have to deal with the second leg in the Copa del Rey and Alves, and then we've got Manchester City in the UEFA Champions League. We've still got Atletico probably one more time this season, along with Barcelona and a lot of fixtures in between. Okay, so we might start off the next episode with a brand new signing. We'll just have to see who that is. But it's going to make things a little bit difficult now, being 2-1 down against Atletico. We're going to have to put in a pretty decent home performance. Unfortunately, guys, it is time to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. If you're not enjoying the series, feel free to leave a dislike. Check out my social media links if you want to stay connected with me. Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, all in the description below. Highly recommend Twitter. Every single time I post a video, a tweet goes out. It's much more reliable than the YouTube sub box these days. To get all the notifications for the channel, you have to click subscribe, of course, and the bell to join the notification squad. I do enjoy reading those comments. If you guys want to get yourself some cheap and reliable games, maybe some PSN and Xbox codes to buy packs for Ultimate Team, or maybe just some games, I really recommend checking out my affiliation link, G2A. There's some really good prices, so even just going looking around, to be honest. Anyway, the Patreon Steam group there as well. Come and join the community on Steam. My name has been Simpzy. Stay tuned for more videos on the channel. Make sure to take care of yourselves. Have a fantastic rest of your day. My name has been Simpzy. Goodbye. Mahrez whips it into the box. Royce! That is just ridiculous. With the layup, Marco Royce